One of the simplest and most powerful time management methods is nothing more than a clear understanding of the distinction between what is urgent and what is important. So in this video, we're going to look at the urgent important matrix and how to use it to manage your time. The distinction between what is important and what is merely urgent tracks back to President, formerly General Eisenhower. Eisenhower recognized that it is all too easy to get caught up in stuff that's urgent and to neglect the stuff that's really important. And Stephen Covey, the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, picked this up. Put first things first is his 3rd habit, and it is based on the distinction between urgent and important. The problem is, too few people are clear about what we really mean by urgent and important, in particular by important. Urgent is easy. I need to do it now, or there'll be problems. But what really does constitute important? Well, the first thing to recognise, of course, is that if we've got things that are either urgent or not, and things that are either important or not, that gives us 4 possibilities, and that gives rise to the classic 2x2 matrix of urgent and important. Most people automatically prioritise the tasks that are urgent and important. Urgent tasks need to get done quickly or there'll be a problem, and I'm going to define important tasks as tasks which either take you towards your goals, your personal goals or your organisational goals, or, if you don't do them, will inhibit your ability to achieve your goals. Clearly, if you have tasks that are important and that are also urgent, you do need to prioritise them. However, the problem comes if all you are ever doing is tasks that are urgent and important. You will be busy, frantic and stressed by the need to get more and more important things done quicker and quicker. The most successful people, the most successful organisations are not those that spend most of their time working on things that are important and urgent. Before we look at what they do work on, let's take a look at some of the other quadrants. Clearly, there are going to be some things that are urgent, but they're not important. They keep you busy, they keep you active, but you know what? You never seem to achieve anything much. It's like you're a small ship in a gale, you're being blown around by whatever's happening. You're doing stuff for other people which really doesn't matter to you and probably doesn't matter that much to them either. If you're focusing too much on stuff that's urgent but not important, you've got to ask yourself, do I really need to do this? Let them time expire and make time for other things. And then, of course, there are things that are not urgent and they're not important. They're just displacement activities from things that are important. So we tend to find ourselves sucked into them when we really don't want to be working on anything that is important, or even things that are urgent. The more you can put stuff that's not urgent and not important out of your life, the more productive, the more effective you will be. And the most effective, most productive people are those who spend most of their time on stuff that is important but not urgent. They get things that are important done before they become urgent. They invest their time in the important stuff so they have less urgent stuff on their plate. And remember, things like rest, relaxation, building relationships, they're not urgent. If you don't get some good rest tonight, you'll probably be fine tomorrow. If you don't spend time talking to a colleague and understanding about their concerns, then they'll probably still be there tomorrow. But if you perpetually put off these things, these investments in relationship, these investments in your health and your well-being, then things will start to go horribly wrong. They are important. Getting stuff done early so it never becomes urgent means you can concentrate on it without getting stressed. You can do a good job and you can stay in control of your workload. The way that I recommend we use the important and urgent matrix is simply to draw a big chart and put everything you've got on your agenda onto sticky notes and place them into the quadrants. If you've got something there that is important and urgent, get it done as quickly as possible and then move your attention to the important but not urgent quadrant. If there's stuff that's urgent but not that important, perhaps the thing to do is to delegate it. And if there's stuff on your list that isn't important or urgent, you know what? Just drop it. Just do not do it. But what, I'm often asked, do I do if everything looks like it's in the important and urgent quadrant? Well, that's simple. You're not being discriminating enough. You need to take that quadrant and divide it into 4. The most important and most urgent. The most important but not quite so urgent. The most urgent but not quite so important. And the not quite so urgent and not quite so important stuff that you could probably drop if you're overloaded. The urgent important matrix is so simple, yet it is such a powerful way to prioritize your workload and therefore to get in control of what really matters, to be more effective and to be more productive. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video. There's loads more great management courses content to come, so please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of it. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.